Okay. It is time for the new run. Bringing Kalos to Galar. Bringing Kalos to every region possible. Before we dive into Kalos again. Alright. Do. Character name. Brandy. Yes. Ba ba da da. Hey, Rosu. Aren't there less Kalos Pokemon in Galar? Actually, no. There are more than there are in Scarlet and Violet. The difference is Scarlet and Violet has the starters, Sword and Shield doesn't. So, yay, challenge! It has been a while, Rosu. Where have you been? And I feel like I had a little mini stroke reading that word before Bidoof. I have been not mentally around. Okay. I mean, that can mean hundreds of things. But understandable at the same time. Everybody has those moments. You better be getting better. I wanted to sleep but was denied because my 13-year-old dog decided to scream all night. Oh dear. I mean, I've been there. Not with the dog I have now, but I've been there. I am concerned about how the fight with Leon will go in the end. Taking a screaming dog over a cat that pees on me to wake. Your cat does that to you? That's messed up. Like, that's just mean. And when she's mad at you? Oh god. So your cat is one of those. We have a cat in the house, but it's not our cat. And he kind of just loafs. Strawberry, are your cats monkeys? By any chance? Because that is very monkey behavior. Yes. Why wouldn't he be? He's just a little loaf. Okay. That's right. We've had the not a cult server out of commission for some time now. It's been a good while. That too. That too. As it is, a lot's happened since then. Do do do. I can't wait until I figure out what my team is gonna be. Strawberry, I will say this though. There's only one fire type Pokemon I can use. Because the Kalos starters aren't in this game. And it's Fletchling. However, all the legendaries are available, so I guess it makes up for not having the starters. I was gonna try and do it without legendaries, but I don't think I'll be able to. This is true. Once you get it to Talonflame, it is insane. Like, I remember, I normally don't keep bird-type Pokemon in my party. But I remember when I played X and Y, Fletchling was in my party the whole time. Like, the moveset I had on him when he was Talonflame was insane. It's like no bug or grass type Pokemon stood a chance. Same with fighting. So it's not a total loss. But still difficult. Especially because there's not many ground types either. So there's that. For ground, all I got is Bunnelby and Zygarde. So... It'll definitely be interesting for sure. At least one of those is useful. Yeah, but I won't be able to use Zygarde until... what level is the one that I'm using? I think he's like level 50. Yeah. It's one of the 10% Zygardes. And I think he's like at level 50 something. So I won't be able to use him right away. But in the end, he'll likely be my ground type. Yeah. And naturally, Diance's gonna be in here again. She was a big part of the last run, so... Duck! Hey, the duck noise works! But I mean 10% has that speed. Yes, yes it does. That was a lot of confetti. The noises work again, I'm so happy. I love this. Which starter are you gonna choose not to use? Okay, who do I want Hop to use? Let's do it this way. Okay, timer. Oh dear. Oh right. Like sword. Darn it. Okay, Hop. Eh. Haven't had that happen in a while. Hop. Okay, who do I want Hop to use? Hop. And who do I... Well, actually, who do I want Leon to use? I don't really care about Hop. Hop. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Because if I choose water, that means Leon... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, Hop. Because if I choose water, Hop will choose Score Bunny, and Leon will have Groki. Hop. If I choose Groki, my water type is gonna be either Binnacle, or I'm gonna have to have water types on Gumi or Draglig. Hop. Barnacle is not that bad of a Pokemon. If I have Leon have Sobble, Hop, then I'll have Trevent and Gorgeist to combat against him. But all I got is Fletchling when it comes to the grass type, Hop. Although by then it will be a Talonflame. Yeah. Yeah. Because a rock water type will definitely demolish the Ascendurance. Hop. This is true, which Barnacle can also deal with. So that means he's going to be stuck with 2 fire types. Heh. Let's screw up Leon's team. Feel bad not using Groki, but... Hop. Yep, if I recall, it does indeed, Hop. And Sobble becomes Hop's partner, Hop. My cat's car toxic bombing me. I will say this. Sometimes I am happy that I do not have a cat, Hop. Cats are too independent for my taste. Hop. yours aren't. So yours are the kind that will yell at you if they don't get fed. And want cuddles. You got the good kind of cat, then. Although, with monkey behavior. Hop. In bed on the couch and PC, hold me and pet me. Oh, they don't scream about food. Okay. Hop. So you have the good kind of cat with monkey behavior. Got it. But I have a gravity feeder that holds 6 pounds of food in it. Oh, you got one of those fancy cat feeders, Hop. The one and only time that I use Groki. I still can't believe that your cats will actually have monkey behavior. That's so weird. Well, you will be disappointed to know that this is like the only time I'll be using Groki. But hello, Freezer. They graze and don't overeat, so it's nice to not have to fill it every day and keep my food fresh for them. Well, that is good. Ha. Get him, Grookey! Normally I pick Score Bunny or Sobble. I think I've ever only picked Grookey like twice. Hop. I usually pick my starters based off of gym order. Hop. Alright, Leon, we need to go and get me the Pokedex. Have a good nap, Strawberry. Hop. Okay. Off to getting the Pokedex now. Hop. I need my weird, wonky team. We'll figure out what it is along the way. I love Grookey. It was my first starter. Yeah, I chose Score Bunny first when I originally played this game. My second time through, I chose Sobble Hop. And then my third time playing it, I chose Grookey. But usually that was because whenever I play the game for first time, I don't use Pokemon Home. So I was doing it based off of what would be the best for when I started out the game. Hop. Plus, I also like bunnies. So... I mean, as you could tell, my avatar's a bunny. Right. I do wish that Meltan was a Kalos Pokemon, though, Hop. Because I just got a nice shiny Meltan last night. And I would love to use it. No, I do not. Unless you count only knowing how to say hello and yes. Because that's the extent of my Spanish speaking. Hop. Yeah, that's all I know how to say is hello and yes. I don't even know how to say no. When it came to learning languages in school, I don't know why I chose French, but I did. And then in college it was sign language. So... one language I don't remember at all, and the other one is not useful in streaming. Unless I had perfect tracking for my avatar, sign language is utterly useless. I mean... yeah, no, but it doesn't work. Tracking isn't good enough. I probably couldn't even say my name in sign language, which is just shaping my hand for the letters. Would it even do an R? No. Ah! 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 Okay, no. It won't cross my fingers, so... that right there takes out the letter R. What about Y? We got that. No, that good. Yeah, no, A, M, and N is out. Yeah. Yeah, no. I'm trying, but it won't work. Would have been cool, though. Just all of a sudden be able to have my avatar doing, like, sign language. That'd be a fun little quirk to have. Grookey, you're adorable. And I wish you were from Kalos, not Galar. Because having an adorable little grass monkey on my team would be fun. The thing is, I don't like... The reason why I never choose Grookey is because I don't like Rillaboom. I really don't. Grookey I love because he's adorable and hits everything with a stick. And it's just cute. Even Thwacky has some cuteness. But it's like, all the cuteness goes away with Rillaboom. Last time I played for fun, I chose Score Bunny, but I made sure I had the other two starters in my team, and I'd never evolved Grookey. Gave him an Everstone. So I just had a level 100 Grookey. Alright. Now we can go get the decks, and then I could put the Pokemons in and have the Kalos team. He's such a cute little monkey. He's basically... The thing with Grookey is, he reminds me of Braxton. Because Braxton has the stick to help use fire moves and stuff like that. Like, she uses the stick for all of the fire moves and psychic moves and everything. And then with Grookey, it's the same way. He uses his little stick for moves. He's basically the grass monkey version of Braxton. Just minus the dual type. Let me get there already. Charizard's just chilling. Not letting Leon find his way anywhere. There he is. Taking his sweet time. Yes, we know you would get lost all the time, Leon. It's like Charizard is the real champion and Leon is just there. Yamper! One of the best additions to the Pokemon world ever. I need Pokemon Company to make a game that has both Bidoof and Yamper in it. And then I could just any kind of new Pokemon that would work for this. But just do a loaf team. I mean, corgis are just loafs. But Doof is just a loaf beaver thing. Loaf beaver chipmunk thing. I don't think there's enough loaf Pokemon out there yet for me to even do that. But I don't really play Pokemon Go, so there's that. Like, God, I'm far behind on Pokemon Go. Finally! Okay. Save. And now we get everyone in. Cause my God. This is gonna be one heck of a trip. Me and Kalos used to play Pokemon Go. Where'd it go? Did I put them in here already? Yes, I did. Darn it. I already put them in and took them out of the game. I do like the fact that they made Pokemon Go more accessible to when you just want to sit at home. Because I remember when just sitting at home was not something you can do in Pokemon Go. Like, if you wanted to sit at home and play Pokemon Go, you would need one of those, incense things. Oh, right, I don't have it yet. I don't have the Pokemon box link yet. Also, I don't think I would really be able to fully stream Pokemon Go. Like, I know how I would do it. But it would be boring doing it the sitting at home way. I know how to use a Pokemon Center Hop. Alright. It's time! We definitely need Fletchling. We're gonna put a Mora in here. gonna need to level these guys up too, since they're like all level 1. Take Gumian. I'm gonna need a sunstone for him. Oof. Oh right, we have Clauncher too as a fire type for a water type. Forgot about Clauncher. Hit. Shiny. 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 Not shiny. Oh god. Yeah, right. I'm gonna need to put Yveltal in my party just to evolve Pancham. So we're gonna do that. Just gotta replace him with something. So let's go Panda Bear. Oy. This is the team for now. Alright, I could deal with this. Wait. I need to check. No, I can't look yet. Can I make my league card this early? I don't remember. Because if I can make my league card, then that would be a lot of help. No. Oh well, we'll find out. I have no idea if Pancham will even listen to me. Yoop. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the chances of Pancham listening to me are probably low. But gotta do what I gotta do. I don't even have a badge. And Pancham right now is level 11. Okay, but is that Pokemon caught in the game? Because that might be caught in the game. And by T would technically be considered traded. Because I forgot which game it was, but I had a Pokemon that I put in was level 10. And once it got to it was Brilliant Diamond. when I was doing the Bidoof run. Well, I mean, the Pokemon has to be from Kalos, so... And I already got them in here. Pancham as my starter. This is a new one. You know what? Because Pancham is my little starter this time around. There. Now my avatar is Pancham. I'm a little panda. Pancham is another amazing addition to the Pokemon world. Just too cute! But then there's Pumpkaboo that's level 16. Could have sworn I bred to get one. Thank you for doing that. Okay, good. So that means Pumpkaboo can also listen. Good to know. Yeah, that part I knew. One of the features that Pokemon added in Sword and Shield was Pokemon Sword and Shield introduced catching at a certain level. 'Cause in other games you were blocked from getting to other areas until you did certain things, but in Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet there was nothing stopping you. You could do whatever the heck you want, really. But in the wild area you'd find Pokemon that are too strong for you. And if you went and you didn't have the right badge, you couldn't even catch it. That was a new function. Yup. Sword and Shield introduced that. And I personally think it's a cool idea. It is, because then it's like... Because it's realistic. Like, you're not gonna go and just catch a Pokemon you can't control right off the bat. Plus, it would just demolish the Pokemon you have. Like, how are you throwing out your level 10 starter and gonna catch a level 60 full evo? Yeah, exactly. That would be like me saying, hey Pancham, go fight this level 60 Steelix. I think it was during my dog type Pokemon run. I was in the wilds and I did not have the badge to catch level 60 yet. And I just so happened to run into a Steelix by accident. And I couldn't run. It wouldn't let me run, no matter what I did. So I was just stuck fighting this level 60 Steelix with my level 30 puppers. Funny enough, I've never used them. Like, I'll just have like a stack of 100 of them in my bag and always forget about them at all times. I never remember them. This kid is so hyped up. He's like a Mortal Kombat character. Just doing that, bobbing back and forth, waiting for an opponent to strike. Yep, that's another thing I forget about, held items. Only held items I ever remember. Only held items I ever remember are Lucky Egg and Soothe Bell. Oh, and Incense. Yeah. Yeah. I just hoard them. Oh, and Megastones. Those are held items I remember as well. And Z moves. The Z crystals. Those I remember too. But it's like... all other things I just forget about. Yeah, see, that I don't remember to even use them. I think the only time I actually use things that boost the type is on Arceus with the plates, or held items that are legendary specific. Like the friggin' orbs for Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. Or the Soul Dew for Latias and Latios. That's about the extent of held items for me. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really use held items otherwise. Unless they have a legitimate function that is noticeable and, like, incredibly obvious, I forget about them. Like, Prism Bottle. I'll remember that, because it makes Hoopa into this horrifying thing. And, like, the Arceus plates change the color and type of Arceus, so it's kind of hard not to notice them. But yeah, like, legendary specific items. Those I don't forget about, because they only have one use. Like, you wouldn't put the Giratina's orb on a Dialga. or a normal Pokemon. Considering in the description it has Giratina's name in it. Like, I wouldn't just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put it on my Dragapult. No. You can. But it's like... Yeah, that's all they do. Plus, I don't put them on other Pokemon because I have like 18 Arceus. 2 of them shiny. And so I like having all the plates available to me. It's like how Pixie Plate is only in Sword and Shield because there wasn't any other item to boost fairy moves. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. Some types don't even have items for them. You'd think they'd make one aside from the Pixie Plate in X and Y. There is one in Scarlet and Violet, and God, I forget about it all the time. I just don't use items. Unless they have a legitimate, obvious function. I just don't use items. Of course it's a feather. Why wouldn't it be a feather? Right. I mean, magical feathers are a bit part of fairy tales. Yep. I mean, they already had the rainbow feather, so why not add a fairy feather? I'm sorry, Hop. I'm one-shotting all your Pokemon because of the types. More concerned about whose beak they took to make sharp beaks. You know? You could say the same thing with Razor Claw. And Quick Claw. Don't forget about Metal Coat. Where the heck did they get that Metal Coat from? Because I'm pretty sure Metal Coat ain't some paint. And let's not forget the item Lagging Tail. That looks like they chopped off the tail end of an onyx. Pretty sure an onyx tail doesn't just come off. Mm-hmm. And Slowpoke tails. There are a lot of items that are clearly horrific, but people don't really think about it. Yeah, a lot of things are mentioned to grow back. The thing is, they had to make it known that Slowpoke Tails grew back because it was a kid's game. So that fact has been known since Red and Blue. Just because it's a kid's game. But over time, they kind of stopped mentioning it. Because there were so many more Pokemon. I mean, and then there's Pokemon Candy. And let's go. What part of the Pokemon is that? What is Pidgey Candy made up of? Because, I mean, you get it when you don't just randomly pick it up. Friggin' professor has to give it to you. And then Gen 7 hit us with a silly little Gengar Dex entry that says there's no hope, give up. Yup. Yup. I remember that caused so much chaos online. Because the thing is, it's like, every single game has a Pokedex. But repeated Pokedexes, or Pokedex entries, like Gengar, every single game, his Dex entry is different. And it's like, these days, they don't even care. They just let it loose. I mean, Drifloon's first ever Dex entry was kind of like, okay, he's a creepy balloon. But then over time, it's just, yeah, this balloon just picks up kids and takes them away. Like, they did not care anymore. They flat out said that Drifloon will take kids away. And then there's Haunter. Uh-huh. And then there's Haunter. Like, it went from Haunter's licks will paralyze people to Haunter's licks will cause people to have seizures. You'd think that the old school Dex sentries were the worst, but no. It's just like, most of our audience is old enough now where we could be scary. Oh god. No, I didn't. Does friggin' Pumpkaboo have pickup? It does. The Pumpkaboo I put in here does have pickup. Oh, thank god. Wait, I'm gonna have to check Gorgeist. Because I hope that one doesn't have pickup. Where are you? I know you're here somewhere. Nope. Heh. When taking spirits to the afterlife, large Pumpkaboo prefer spirits of adults to those of children. Eerie cries emanate from its body. In the dead of night, the sounds are said to be the wails of spirits who are suffering in the afterlife. Well, I have no idea. I need to look. Where is it? There we go! After a lost child perished in the forest, their spirit possessed a tree stump, causing the spirit's rebirth as this Pokemon. It's so sad. And the Drifloon Dex entry talking about its usual kidnapping that just adds it dislikes heavy children. Yes. That caused so much chaos online as well. Like, oh god. People actually found that offensive. And I can understand why. Because it basically sounds like Drifloon is a bully to overweight kids. It dislikes them. But poor Phantom. A lost child that perished in the forest. And there's its evolved form. People fear it due to the belief it devours any who try to cut down trees. It goes from the most horrifying story to, let me share my wood with you because I'm actually a kid that perished in the forest. And I could do something now. Goes from kid to helpful kid. How dare this ghost balloon not like my child for being chubby. I mean, yeah, that was pretty much the argument. They took it as Pokemon making fun of overweight kids. Yep. But yeah, Phantom is probably one of the most sad Pokedex entries. We can't forget about Frolas either. A woman who died in the mountains, the snowy mountains, and became a vengeful spirit. Pokemon's got a thing, and that's a duck. Hey, Star. Thank you for the duck. But yeah, Pokemon really has a thing for tragic stories when it comes to their ghost Pokemon. Phantom was a child that perished. Frolas was a woman who perished on a snowy mountain. It's just like, it's all about someone perishing somewhere. Like the Alolan Ninetales one that says it only helps people because it wants them to go away. Yup. Although I don't think Ninetales helped out Frolas very much. Kinda said, oh well to her. Froslass just wasn't built for it. I mean, what kind of woman goes up into a snowy mountain unprepared, dies, and then becomes angry about it? It's like it's her fault for going up the friggin' mountain. Like, come on. What was the exact wording? Oh yeah, they made Froslass nice in the in Scarlet and Violet. They didn't talk about how Froslass came to be. They were nice. However, they made it sound horrifying. Because Froslass will freeze anyone it likes and bring them back home to make them decorations. Oh god, Pokemon Company really just stopped caring about the fear factor. Character index entry, hunting people in the desert. Yup. Wait, so Lucami is more Froslass? You know? You're not wrong considering her office in Sun and Moon. She's got freaking frozen Pokemon in there. So yeah, I guess Lucamine is indeed a Froslass in disguise. Poor Lily's mom. Lily had no idea that her mom went up some snowy mountain, died, became a Froslass, and then disguised herself as Lily's mom in human form. And it switched to Pokemon instead of people. Yeah, because if I remember correctly, she had a Starmie, a Slowpoke, a Pikachu, and there was one other. 10 ducks just came flying at me. Thank you for the sub, Prophet. Damn it, this is gonna bug me that I can't remember the fourth. Get them ads out of here. I do appreciate the sub, Prophet. Oh my god, this is gonna annoy me so much. Like, I know for a fact Lucamine had 4 Pokemon in her office, and the only ones I can remember are a Slowpoke, Starmie, and Pikachu. All frozen in her office. Can't remember what the 4th one is, though. And that's gonna bug me. But the fact that they made Lucamine seem like a Froslass is actually really funny. That was the 4th one. Another weird Pokemon. Using its intestines as hands and stuff. They just had to go the gross route with that one. Finally! Pokemon Box Link. I know. But it's weird. If you play Pokemon Snap and you're in the ocean area and you trigger the radar thingy, the scan thingy, they will literally have their intestines come out and wave a hand at you. They will wave to you. They are literally just saying, hey, look at my intestines. They're gonna wave hi to you. It's like, it's gross and adorable at the same time. Let's see who's in these dens, shall we? Hey, I'm gonna have one of those. But yeah, they'll wave at you. If you throw an apple at them, it'll use its intestines like a hand and grab the apple. It's a Pidove. I think the most adorable thing, though, in Pokemon Snap is, it would probably be, oh god. I would have to say it's probably the team up with Pichu and Grookey in the first area. It's quite adorable. New Pokemon Snap is actually really fun. It really is. But the part that bugs me is the fact that they put some voice acting in it, but they can't do that for the main series. It bugs me. It's like you'll put it in for new Pokemon Snap, but you won't do it for the main series. Got it. But it is a really beautiful game, and I have to say, even though it didn't get they confirmed Todd is a icon though. Honestly, I don't really like Todd. And the little disciple kid he has, I don't really like his character either. But the professor and the girl, I like the two of them. I will say too, in new Pokemon Snap, they made some of the ways to get the photos of Pokemon. They're kind of tricky. Like, it could be anything from leveling up an area so you can catch a certain Pokemon's picture, to having to play music, hit a Pokemon a whole bunch of times. And then like, it's a game that came out that no one hates. Oh, it got hate. It got quite a bit of hate, actually. A lot of the hate it got was actually really dumb. So you're probably gonna just be like, what? But they, the first thing was some of the techniques to get Pokemon to do certain things. People complained that it was too hard, saying that they needed to make it more like the older one. They said that since it was a remake of the original one, it should have been exactly the same, like the original 151. Which would make no friggin' sense considering there's 1,025 Pokemon now. They said that Professor Oak not being the professor was one of the biggest mistakes of the game in general. They didn't like that they created a whole new region for the game. They had their complaints, but otherwise it was a niche hate. It wasn't like this huge online presence. No. I think the thing is, if they did all that, people would just see the issues with the original game. They complain it's too limited. Yep. Exactly. Which is the annoying part about some people. Damn it, I forgot to do the eyes. Mm-hmm. Exactly. There is more ways to encounter Pokemon and more Pokemon in New Pokemon Snap than the original one. Like, wow, New Pokemon Snap. Which is a sequel to the original. And not a one-for-one remake. Yeah, that people originally thought it was a full-out remake. But it's like, it took them how many years to make a new one? Like, naturally, it's gonna be different. Thank you for the miracle seed. I'll completely forget I haven't. That's the problem with people and remakes. If they add the word new in front of it, it means it's different. It's not gonna be the same. If the title of the game was Pokemon Snap Remastered, then it would be the same game, better graphics. There's a reason they put remastered on things. Because remastered just means the same game. Thankfully, BDSP came in and showed us what bad remake looks like. Yes. See, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl should have been Pokemon Diamond Remastered and Pokemon Pearl Remastered. It shouldn't have had a whole new remake title making it fancy. All they did was copy and paste. Put modern cartoon chibi graphics. And that's it. They didn't do anything to make it special. At all. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a good game. And the little speck of differences they had in the game were nice. But they were just remastered. That's it. They weren't anything special in the end. Like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. When they made Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, they added more to the original story. And on top of that, they added Team Rainbow Rocket. That's new things. It's new. It makes it different from the original. Exactly. And then there are people who say Black 2 and White 2 are remakes when they're actually sequels. It's a different friggin' story altogether. It's not even the same friggin' game. I mean, everything is different. Even the map is different. Yep. Yep. It's like, notice how none of the other remakes have a number in them? Like, Omega Sapphire, Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby. Notice how that's not numbers? Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. They're different names. And then there's Black 2, White 2. The 2 doesn't represent remake. It represents that it's a sequel, damn it. Yes, in Black 2 and White 2, it states multiple times that 2.5 years have passed since Team Plasma split into 2 groups. So it's 2.5 years later, hence the 2! That's why they made it Black 2 and White 2. Because it's 2 years later. I don't know how many times I've actually told people that. But it's like it goes right over their head. I don't see Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as remakes. I call them semi-sequels. Because reality is they do add stuff to the story. And they do add Team Rainbow Rocket. They are. Like the whole Rainbow Rocket thing where all the bad guy groups come together. They all do that at Aether Paradise. No, they did an amazing job with the whole Team Rainbow Rocket thing. That was brilliant. I simply despise you geese. That's enough reason for me. Is an absolutely raw line. Yes. Yes, it is. Pincham's little poofy tail. Look at the little poofy tail. Sorry, I'm a huge Pancham fan. Guzma being a silly, supportive guy the entire time. Yeah. A lot of people have issue with Team Skull saying how they're not really bad guys and stuff like that. But in reality, it's just like They actually are bad guys. It's just the situation is the leader of the bad guy group just wants to be noticed. And ended up looking in the wrong places for help. Oh, they absolutely are the most successful ones. Because they end up having a purpose after you beat them. They did indeed take over a town, yes. Yeah, Po Town became their whole base of operations. Actually, they did have the finances. Lusamine was financing Team Skull the entire time. Like, Guzmo was obsessed. No, Guzmo was working for Lusamine, like... From the moment you started the game, Guzmo was working for Lusamine already. Like, it was confirmed that Guzma and the rest of Team Skull were taking Pokemon from people and bringing them to Aether Paradise to save them. Hop, you are no help in this fight at all. My little Pancham is doing all the work. Big bad boss that beats you down. Beats you down and never lets up. I will say this. Most disappointing evil team was Team Star. Like, I know Team Yell is pretty bad too. Really? You don't think that Team Star is the most disappointing group? Well, here's why I think Team Star is the most disappointing. If you're a bad guy group, you're supposed to actually do something. You're not supposed to hide away in your little hideouts and just stay there waiting around for your boss, doing absolutely nothing. Team Yell goes around trying to stop other competitors. You find them all over the map. As for Marco Cosmos, you don't interact with them until Olina goes nuts. So they don't even come into play right away. But Team Yell, you deal with them throughout the entire game. They cause problems for you. That is how bad guy teams work. They cause problems for you all over the map when you don't want them to. You don't take care of them as a storyline thing. You shouldn't have to go to them every single time. Like, that's why I think that they were the worst. They weren't actually bad guys. They were just kids that sat around doing nothing. I mean, they even mentioned it in, when you go to fight. How would they even implement that with how the SV map works? Oh, there's a lot of ways they can do it. Like, they can just go out and stop you from doing anything. Just come running out of nowhere. They could be all over the map trying to recruit other students. Like, you know how they have students all over the map that you can battle? Well, they could be put in those places trying to recruit students to Team Star. And you would have to fight them to get them away, and then that student becomes available as a battle for you after you stop Team Star from recruitment. Yeah, Scared Kids does not sound like evil organization to me. At all. Like, there is nothing bad about them. They're just scared kids that won't go to school. That was my problem. And that's the other thing. Every game has had some form of evil organization. In the end, Team Yell ends up becoming a huge problem. But they become the huge problem for your benefit. And then you deal with the actual issue. Like, at least Team Yell does something. I don't hate Team Yell, like, they make sense as a Brit who's seen how bad out sports fans can be. Yeah, I mean, that's basically Team Yell. They're supporting one team and trying to stop all supporters of the other one. And it makes sense considering the Galar region is England. So, that's why they made the, that's why they made Sword and Shield such sports-based. Although I'm not sure what school has to do with Spain, but hey. I guess you could say the traveling to find treasure. Yeah, I don't even consider Marco to be a bad guy organization. Because as it is, they were not controlled by Rose. They were controlled by Olina. And Olina was just a crazy person. Obsessed with helping Chairman Rose. So... well, that's the point. They wanted him to be as crazy as possible. So they made it sound like he had to fix things immediately. Yeah, but Rose isn't the one who said, hey, let's stop these kids in their tracks. No, that was Olina. That was all Olina. All about not letting Chairman Rose to be disturbed. Like, Olina is just Rose obsessed. And welcome, Matt. You come in here, say banana, and the only thing I could think of is minions. Yeah, every time I read the word banana, in my head it's being said as how the minions say it. It's not banana, it's banana! Like, I am a huge Minions fan, so... anything that reminds me of Minions will instantly pop in my head. I will say this, though. I did want to learn Minionese. And I do have a friend who actually learned Minionese. And the fact that she could mimic the minion's voice is perfect. And thank you for the follow, Matt. But oh my god. My friend can just mimic the minions and speak their language, and it's just like, wait, what? Yup. Yup. Five seconds. Oy. There is someone who follows me that somehow magically was able to completely avoid ads without subbing. And without an ad blocker or anything. It was very surprising to find out. Wait, am I even going the right way? Yeah, I am. Seriously, I don't know how the heck he did it. Like, he was just able to completely avoid ads altogether. He didn't have turbo. He didn't have an ad blocker. It's just the ads did not want to work for him. And he does. I never noticed that, but he does indeed. Hey, you know what? I get stuck in ads all the time when I watch others, so I'm with you. Like, I know when you, I know there's the initial 1 or 2 10-second ads when you first come in. Oops, I was not paying attention. But, other than that, also gets me a founder badge. This is true. This is indeed true. Kalos used Amazon Prime to sub to me each month. Because if you have Amazon Prime, you can do like 1 free sub to someone on Twitch. So he uses that. My own husband chooses the free route. Pokemon Home! I mean, I got I mean... Yeah. I did a lot of breeding last night to make sure most of them were level 1. I wasn't paying attention again. Here's the neat part, you don't. Yeah, you don't. You gotta spend a lot of time breeding in your main save file and then putting it in Pokemon Home to get one this early. That's the problem with doing certain types of runs. Oh wow. You really got hurt. I didn't notice. What was it? And now it's allowed because that is very weird. I have no idea why that would get auto-modded. Saying that you beat Sword and Shield 3 times. I don't understand how that's bad. Like, I know my channel is for all ages, but a kid would even know what that... Like, saying you beat a game is not anything bad. Honestly, it should give a reason. Like, some things I get. But it's like, other times, it's like, why? Hey, Amora, are you gonna learn an ice move yet? I've had such stupid things auto-modded in streams before, so have I. And it's funny because most of the ones that get auto-modded are from Pokemon Fan. And she's the one with the 3-year-old and 5-year-old that watch my stream. And she constantly gets auto-modded. It's hilarious to me. Indeed. Naturally. Oh, she has powdered snow already. Okay. That's actually not a bad idea. She can't learn Swift. It should. Issue is I'm very particular about her moveset, so I don't know if I'm even gonna put round on her. It would. It most definitely would be better, but I don't really pay attention to some abilities. So like, it's kind of funny, actually. Like, there's so many moves that could make Amora OP because of her ability, but I just don't do it. Yep, I am well aware and I don't do it. I am very weird when it comes to Pokemon moves. Yeah. The thing is, when I set up the moveset on its own is a strategy. That's what TMs are for. Oh, it's Pancham versus Pancham. Didn't even notice. Let's see, who can have fun? I'm just gonna do it because it's funny. My Pancham is better. I mean, yeah. I already have ancient power on her. So she's got that already. I can understand why. When it comes to some Pokemon moves, there has to be some kind of relation to it. Like, yeah, Amora and Aurorus have gems on them, but it's not their power source. Their power source is the energy that comes from the sail on their head and neck. So, I can understand why they didn't give them Power Gem. Whoops. Like the move Fire Pledge, Grass Pledge, and Water Pledge. The reason that only starters can learn those moves is basically because it's like they pledged their loyalty to you. That's literally the whole story behind it. It's dumb and stupid, but hey. Well, their power source is both kinetic energy and the gem. That main gem in the center. So, yeah. It actually does. Amora's got the whole magical energy in the fin thing going on. Whereas, Clink is all about kinetic energy and resources. I remember I got really annoyed that a certain Pokemon couldn't learn a move. So I looked into it. And my god, did I go down one heck of a rabbit hole. I mean, to be fair, you could say that Rock Blast is also magical because you're shooting rocks. And if you think about it, technically Rock Slide is magical because a Pokemon is creating rocks out of thin air. Same with Stone Edge. Just making rocks shoot up out of the ground. All Pokemon are just magical beings. Some more than others. Hey, I don't make the rules. I also don't understand Pokemon Company's logic half the time. So... Like, I can understand legendary specific moves. They wouldn't be much of a legendary if they didn't have some fancy move they call their own. Well, I don't do competitions, so I don't do anything competitive. Like, I think that's why I'm so move specific. It's because I'm not competitive at all. I avoid it at all costs. Because I don't see the point in EV and IV training. But that's because I don't do competitive. I'm not playing the game to compete. I'm playing the game to have fun and enjoy a story. And collect Pokemon. I actually hate that they made Pokemon competitive. Meh. Depends on the gym leaders, the Elite Four, and the champion. Like, Larry. Yes, having a good rock move would be great for Larry, because he's flying type. But, you could also just go the electric route, and it wouldn't even matter. It's another reason why I always go dual type when it comes to Pokemon. Having a dual type always helps. Go, fledgling, go! I also don't use rock type very often. If I'm being honest, I don't use it as a dual type. Most of the time, I have more ice moves than rock moves. Like, even with Tyrant, it's more dragon moves than it is rock moves. Speaking of, I also have him. Yeah, I know he does. And yet I still give him more dragon moves than rock moves. Cause why bother when I got friggin' Diamond Storm on her? And may I add, my Sereness is weird. I decided to put Night Slash on her. Then there's just him. He's just chilling. For Zygarde, everything is Zygarde specific aside from Earthquake. Well, most people don't even have a shiny Diancie in the back. Well, the thing is, Diamond Storm isn't specific to shiny Diancie. It's a Diancie specific move, so anybody that has a Diancie can learn Diamond Storm. Hey, I like my earthquake. I got a special attachment to it. Okay, fair point. Not a lot of people have Diancie, let alone a shiny one. That is true. And then here I am, just sitting around with 5. One of them, 2 of them shiny, actually. Oh wait, we're going up against Bede, right? I hate Bede. Like, with a passion. I hate him. He's not as bad as Barry, but he's up there. Oh, I still think he's a jerk by the end of the game. Not only that, he was gonna completely give up. If you were to beat me this time, I'll give up everything and disappear. Yeah, no. It just makes him sound like he's got no resolve at all. I was gonna retire if I lost to you here. Yeah, no. No. It makes him sound weak. Making himself sound weak is not him being himself. It's like the opposite. But like I said, he's not as bad as Barry. Still hate him. But he's not Barry. I just hate the smug characters. And him and Barry, like, he's a smug jerk, while Barry is a smug annoyance. It's how it works with those two. And the fact that they gave him this golden Rolex looking watch. You're kidding, right? Serena and Callum are, I consider, one of the best. They don't put you down saying that you can never be good, or saying you're worthless. They don't do any of that. They actually support you, which is what a rival is supposed to do. Hey, Coffee Bear! I've been good. And I just got bonked and had ducks thrown at me. I actually thought they added a lot to X and Y. And they weren't an annoyance. Like, when they showed up at just the right times. Made sense with the story. Being an annoyance is the worst thing a game can do. Wasn't even watching. Caleb doesn't. Seriously. Caleb is very determined to just get rid of Team Flare. That means that they made Serena very, very bland. Because Caleb, he has the perfect balance of rival and friend. I'd absolutely put him up there with Brandon. I never found them bland or anything like that. Not Caleb, at least. Besides, you don't only have one rival in that game, so... The whole thing about X and Y is that it's not just you and a rival, it's a whole group. Sadly. I think it's the whole team. I don't think it's just... I don't see Trevor and Tierno as annoyances. I don't see any of them as annoyances, actually. Although I will admit the whole Furfrou in the garden thing really pissed me off. Thought it was a waste of time. Yeah, I think they were just enough. You don't want to overdo it. Because if you overdo it, then characters become unbearable. Like Barry. They overdid it with their encounters, with your encounters with him. And on top of it, they made him just a horrible character in general, so it... Barry's the reason why I don't play Brilliant Diamond a lot. Or the original games a lot. He's the sole reason for that. I love Pokemon. And I love the generation that created Bidoof. But Barry ruins it. However, when it comes to rivals with the most character growth, I would have to say Hugh from Black 2 and White 2. He probably has the most character growth out of anybody. Yeah. He is. Like, he goes from this super angry, has to destroy everybody to find his sister's Pokemon, to understanding how the world works, and still saves his sister's Pokemon. And he, like, never puts you down. He sees you as his best friend. He sees you as, like, basically as his partner in taking down the bad guy organization. He doesn't see you as an underling or anything like that. You're his equal. And you're his equal throughout the entire game. Like, having a rival like that is the best idea they could have done. As long as Beta doesn't show up a lot, I'll be happy. Still don't know what my final team is gonna be, though. Not having the starters makes it difficult. Very difficult. You see the Pokemon gambling version someone made? No. No, I did not. You could sell Pokemon to the black market to fuel the addiction. Oh my god. Someone created a Team Rocket game? That's what I'm gathering from this. Someone just said Team Rocket needs attention and made a Team Rocket game. Or at least that's how my brain is processing it. My god, a Pokemon gambling game. Totally something Team Rocket would do. I'm joining Team Rocket for the slots. Oh, God. Whoops. I wasn't paying attention. Again. Yeah, whatever. It's not like not paying attention is bad in my case. My stupid ideas end up working in the end anyways. Not having the starters will make it difficult though. In Scarlet and Violet, I had the Kalos starters, so... I'm not a low bunny. Stream Elements is a low bunny. I'm a Pancham. And it's also Bunnery, not low bunny. And welcome, Noah. Right, I forgot to swap. And honestly, Lopunny is an amazing Pokemon. I wish I could use it. But I used her for power of the people. Power of my people. So, and she's not a Kalos Pokemon. I also like bunnies. Bunnies are cute. I will admit though, the inspiration for the avatar with the ears, it was in fact inspired by Baneri. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, finally you're evolving. You already have your own whole friggin' move planned out already. You wouldn't have gotten hurt if I had put you up first. You might have. Probably would have. And whoop. No, don't you dare. Good Wooloo. Keep going. Keep going. Nope, this way. Whoop. Wooloos are hilarious. And I would absolutely use them if I did a floof run. I don't know how the floof run would work though. I would really need to look through all the games to see which one had the best floof. Let's start out with the Mora. Whew. Alright, Milo. Lappity lappity. Unfortunately, Flappity and Lappity can't be used in this run because they're not Kalos Pokemon. Technically, the... Oh, boy. Icy wind. Alright, that's one down. we go. And Fletchender is faster. Let's do it, Fletchender. Burb strong, burb big. Yes! Absolutely. Imagine seeing this thing just flying around casually. Just all of a sudden you see a bird the size of a skyscraper just flying around. No big deal. And it shoots fire. Just have tornadoes and fireballs everywhere. You can't take down Burb with that. That's gonna be Fletchender's name, Burb. Because he's gonna be in my party for the whole game, so... He needs a name. And I dub him Burb. He laughs in the face of Cotton Ball. Yes, yes he did. He saw the cotton ball and said it was nothing. First he blew it away, and then he lit it on fire. And his ice dinosaur friend paved the way for his success. His ice dinosaur friend got rid of the rabble so he can face the enemy head on at full strength. Yep. Nessa is indeed the next stop. Actually, I want to check something real quick. Magical. Seriously? Whatever. It's only a grass type Pokemon. Let's go name the bird Burb. And lady can't believe Milo lost. Well, guess what? A burb is the burb. Heck yeah, I think we can give it something better. Burb. Well, now on and it'll be... No. Why did it say bird? It's supposed to be burb. Good thing I noticed that before pressing yes. So it'll be burb from now on and forever. Yes! We will figure out the other names as time goes on. Okay. I will be back later. And we will take on Nessa. And I will be doing the DLCs for this game. Oi. So I will be back later to beat up Nessa with my pumpkaboo. Because it's the one grass Pokemon I can currently use. And I will see you all later. May the doof be with you all, and thank you